Welcome to Baker Dave Presents. We're here today in the Johnson Harbor Hall Kitchens at Temple University. It's a working kitchen. You might hear some noises, there might be some stuff in the background. Today my guest is TJ Logan, the Associate Vice President for Student Affairs, and he has brought with him his recipe for turkey burgers, coming right up. Welcome, TJ.
Happy to be
here. How are you doing?
Good, doing great.
So, what does TJ stand for?
Thomas James, actually.
You probably never got turned into anything else as a kid, right?
No, not my dad's name is Thomas
I didn't even think
James.
about your family. I'm thinking like on the
No.
playground, people changing to something else now.
My dad's a Thomas James. My son is a Thomas James.
So
my great uncle, my great grandfather.
What are you, a third, fourth, fifth, eighth?
I'm technically the second because it skipped a generation there. I have an uncle, my dad's uncle, but my dad's father was Ed. So.
Well, ironically, then your kid would be also the second, right?
He's the
so
third.
you literally.
He goes by
oh no,
the
you
third.
would be the third.
He's the third.
You're right. I'm so stupid.
No, you're good. Yeah.
That's why I bake, because I'm
Right.
not really that intelligent. You know what I mean? So,
we all have our gifts.
Right, exactly. So, what are we making today, man?
Turkey burgers.
Why
We're doing turkey burgers?
Why I rarely eat turkey burgers. It seems like and this is going to sound ridiculous.
Yeah.
To me, it seems like a treat.
Oh, that does sound ridiculous.
Which does
You're
sound
right. That sounds
ridiculous.
Absolutely ridiculous.
But
yeah.
like if you're you're going out to eat or whatever, you're somewhere and everybody else is a burger place or something, they're all getting burgers and you're like, you know what, I'd like a bison burger or I'd like a turkey. Like it just seems like,
to you, doesn't it?
It does, because I don't eat it ever. Like to be honest with you, the idea of grinding turkey up and making a patty out of it seems ridiculous. Yeah. Well, no offense.
Well, when you said, hey, what do you want to make for the show? I struggled with it for a long, long time. And I thought to myself, why don't I just make what I eat every single day? And I eat turkey burgers every day.
No, you don't.
At least one a day, sometimes
No, you don't.
two.
No, there's no
Never
way.
on a bun. I've already eaten one a day before I came over here. I'm not
you have it for
making
breakfast?
Occasionally, yeah. So I do turkey burgers every
Why don't
day.
you just cook up like 50 of them at the beginning of the week?
Well, I do. During the beginning of the week, I don't do 50.
Oh my God.
I do a couple pounds at a time. I make patties, and I just put them in some Tupperware, bring a couple to work with me. That's it, every day.
But you go home and have something exotic for dinner, right? I mean, like you're not.
Oh yeah, like bison. No, I do. No, sometimes turkey burgers, sometimes just chicken breast, something like that.
Do you ever eat it 2 or 3 times in the same day? Like
absolutely, yeah. Absolutely.
Are you're serious right now? You're not even joking.
Absolutely serious. I don't
do you
get sick of it.
fluctuate at all?
No, it's pretty much the same.
Like you don't
every
add, like
time.
you're like, I feel like cheese today. I don't feel like cheese today.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll put some mushrooms in there today.
We'll do teriyaki instead of a hot sauce or something like that. But
that's
for
the
most
extent
part,
of it.
It's pretty basic.
And no bun. You're one of those no bun people.
I don't do it, yeah.
As a baker, I can't approve of
endorse that.
Yeah, not at all.
I know.
Like everyone should eat bread. I don't know why they're not eating bread.
Well, everything I read.
It literally takes hours, sometimes days. There's breads that I make that'll take 3 days to make. I make a bread at Christmas time. It takes seriously 3 months between
was that
soaking
the bread
everything.
you brought over to the office? Was that the one?
Yeah.
I
It literally
had some.
takes
It was
like
great.
3. Wow, you do eat bread.
I do. Now listen, I will do a cheat day, a cheat meal once a week, and that's when the bread comes into play.
Okay.
And I did have some of that bread over the holidays.
And it was
very,
good.
Very good. It was excellent. Yeah,
Excellent.
It was good.
But that takes up to 3 months from soaking the fruit
Are you serious?
I'm not joking at all.
Now I let my kids eat some too. I almost feel like it wasn't. Like,
It was like
they weren't good enough.
They weren't good enough for the bread. Well, that happens.
Yeah.
That happens. I'm sure they were fine.
But I enjoyed it. Yeah.
So when people are like, I'm not eating bread, and you're like, I just spent 3 days making this or 3 months like it's just as a baker, I'm like, I mean, I can understand. Let's not eat the loaves, the unnamed loaves you get in the grocery store for sure.
You're
I'm not
making a masterpiece.
But yeah, if you're making like an artisan bread, you should enjoy that. So as long as you have a cheat day, make sure you get good bread. Don't have crappy bread for your cheat.
I will not. Scout's honor. I won't do it.
All right, that I can appreciate. So what exactly are your ingredients that you add every day to your same meal that you eat all the time?
Every day for my boring same meal that I do all the time.
I don't want to say it's boring. It seems
well, it's exotic according to you in the beginning.
Exactly. Well, it becomes less and less exotic about the third day. Yeah.
Every day. I like to put some cheese in there. I usually do like some finely grated, like either some mozzarella or some Monterey Jack, something like that. I do red pepper seed. I like to make it spicy.
Why don't you just use like pepper jack cheese and that would have it in it?
I could do that.
And then you could just skip one of those ingredients altogether.
See, and this is why I'm here.
To learn
I think I'm going to learn some other things from you. We've already talked about some different ingredients other than the breadcrumbs and things like that. I think you're going to teach me some things as we're here. I always do some breadcrumbs, usually panko breadcrums.
Because that's exotic.
It's very exotic every day.
That makes you feel like you're not just having a turkey burger. You're having a
panko. frozen burger.
Turkey burger,
and then
right?
I do sriracha as well. I always put sriracha in my burgers.
So you like spicy food?
I love spicy food, absolutely.
But only spicy turkey burgers?
Not only spicy turkey burgers.
Do you ever eat tacos or something out of the turkey meat?
Yeah.
Okay, so you do other stuff. It's not literally...
But I do a turkey burger at least once a day, sometimes twice.
Okay, I'm going to ask. I'm not.
Yeah,
I am totally not being funny here.
Yeah, you're fine.
I'm just because I'm trying to get a feel for you here.
Yeah.
Do you eat red meat at all?
Yeah,
do you eat pork? Do you eat bacon?
I had a little bit of
do you
pot
have?
roast last night.
Okay. So you don't just eat white meat.
No, I don't just eat white meat.
Okay.
But my deal is a lot of people think I'm a picky eater. I'm a texture-based eater.
Okay.
So,
I don't even know what that means.
Well, for me, it's like consistency of texture is really important to me. So that's why, like, I like ground turkey over just a turkey breast, which is crazy to most people. But the texture of it,
it's totally different texture. I could see that.
Every time I take a bite, I know there's going to be consistency.
I could see that.
That sounds like a weird thing, but that's always been that way. Yeah.
I can see that.
I love spaghetti and meatballs. I love like a burger. I love because the consistency.
So with your red meat, you said you had pot roast. Is that the texture you like? No,
I don't
cook
love
for
that
like 6 hours.
Yeah, it's got to be real tender for me to love that. If it's been sitting, it hadn't been in there long enough, and it's a little bit stringy.
Trying to see if it's that end or more of the like.
I like consistency.
Steak on the grill type of end.
If I do steak on the grill, it's got to be a fillet. I got to do a fillet.
You get one choice of steak, one cut.
Choice of steak. It's going to be a
fillet.
So
an entire cow has to die for you to get one piece of meat.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Wow.
Exactly right.
You're a king.
I
mean, if you went back to like ancient times, you'd be like they'd cut the thing and then give it to you. This is for the great TJ.
That's right. We went from
and then they get rid of
it.
They throw the cow to the peasants at that point.
I rarely eat a steak, but when I do, yes, I demand that they throw the remains to the peasants. Absolutely. Yeah.
Hopefully, we don't offend too many vegans out there.
I hope so. Yeah. But I eat meat every day.
Meat's good for you. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I get it. Like vegetarian, vegans. Yeah. I'm not that person.
Sure.
I don't know if I feel like I should be that person. Right. I don't know, but
I don't know.
I do enjoy meat. I'm not gonna lie. I love bacon.
If I don't eat enough protein, I start to.
I feel weird. Yeah, like
really
I don't
hangry.
feel.
Yeah, I have problems. Yeah.
They say that I don't know. The breakdown of the meat apparently is it satiates your hunger better than.
Oh really?
Yeah, like they did studies where they actually, if you eat so much, like I think in the study from.
Yeah.
Not quoting this completely. That's why I didn't tell you the name of the study.
Scientific.
But there was a study where they literally put like stacks of pork chops in front of people and then stacks of like salad.
Okay.
And people could only eat so much of the meat.
They could eat all.
But they could eat more of the other stuff because their hunger didn't really get satiated the same way. Does that make sense?
I'd buy that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have anything scientific there, but if I
get hungry.
I
literally hear it. I might be completely wrong. It might have been the salad that was better for you. Who knows?
Maybe the other way.
I didn't say any of that. We'll just forget about it. Yeah, look that up and tell me I'm wrong. I'm fine with that in this day and age. Like, can you imagine like when I was a kid? I'm assuming you're probably my same age or around there, but
I'm not disclosing that. But go ahead. It depends. Depends on how old you are.
Like mid 40s?
No.
So you're younger?
Yeah.
Then I apologize.
Thank you.
Clearly, you look like you're younger, and that's what I meant. You look like my younger brothers.
I looked very old.
No, I didn't. I didn't say that at all. I'm pretty sure I said that you look like my way younger brother.
Way younger. Yes, I heard
like
that
my
part.
kid.
Right.
You look like you could be my kid almost.
This is on tape, right? Like I can go.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
I don't even know what I was saying now.
You're saying something about how you're.
It doesn't matter.
When you were a kid, that your younger
brother you couldn't check stuff. Is all my point
there
was
no facts.
I could say whatever I want on here, and people.
You could be an expert in anything.
Because nobody would check up on it. Like, what? You're gonna run home and check your encyclopedia?
Right. No. But the internet has ruined that for you.
Yeah, it totally ruined it for me. I'm a complete.
Right.
Yeah, like because I make up stuff all the time.
Yeah. Well, the internet. It was around when I was a kid, so I'm just kidding. I'm not that young.
Holy cow.
I'm not that young.
Okay. All right. Anyways, so he's basically older than me, is what he just said.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure that's what he said.
That's on record.
Let's mix this up.
Let's
get some.
Do it.
So do you like use the cheese?
Put oil there?
I didn't do it for this.
I like to make.
I assumed you didn't put it in the thing, but I figured they would stick if you didn't.
I'm glad that you.
See, this is why I'm the professional.
It's really good of you. I'm glad that you assumed that.
The thing about turkey and white meat in general is, and maybe that's why I think it's exotic. Because bison and those meats, like deer meat and stuff like that, also has less fat.
Yeah, I love venison too.
As a leaner meat, maybe that's why.
Right.
As a leaner meat, though, you need to add some oil or something to the pan when you're cooking it because it doesn't have its own fat.
Do you put your oil in the pan and let it sit, or do you put it in the meat? You don't put it in the meat.
I don't put it in, but I do know people that'll actually put chunks of butter in their burgers and stuff.
Oh, really?
So that the fat will be inside of it, kind of give you that same. I don't know if you ever noticed with steak, there's always like the best steaks have that marbling. They have like fat actually going throughout the actual.
I would need that.
That would gross you out.
Yeah, that would gross me out. Texture. But
I mean, I don't think it's natural.
I'm
not going to lie. I mean, as a chef, I'm going to tell you that that's the best possible cut. I don't think it's natural, though. I think that comes from the grains that we feed cattle.
Really?
Because grass-fed beef doesn't have it.
Yeah.
And grass is what they're really designed to eat. So grass-fed beef doesn't have the marbling.
But the
it's very
fat,
lean.
Right?
It's fat. Yeah, because they're obese and.
Right.
Right, which is delicious for me.
Which is delicious.
So to combat that, especially for something like this, you could put a couple chunks of butter in there, and that would help make it juicier when you're cooking it. I've seen that too.
All right.
Or just mix it
I would put the oil in the pan.
Oh, perfect. So we were on the same page.
Yeah, we're on the
really
same
actually
page,
got on that. The
You want
cheese
me to
goes
go?
in it, or does the cheese go
in it? Cheese goes in it.
And not like one of those crazy burgers where you stick a pile in the middle.
Trying to make no, I'm not trying to make a
That's good because they never cook right.
That never works. No,
never works.
I mix it in thoroughly and
all right. I also I don't know if you mentioned, but it's just salt and pepper in case most people add salt and pepper.
I don't usually do it, but you can add it.
No, it's your burger, dude. I'm here for you.
All right. Good.
I'm here for you, man.
So should we start with the cheese?
However you do it.
What you put in here? Because
This is actually a Colby Jack because I'm lazy, and
it's
you were
not
like,
a half cup, right? This is more than
no,
half cup.
all of these are more than you need because I wasn't sure. I figured you would.
Random smattering of Maybe
you felt like more cheese today, like you said. You sometimes I don't know. Maybe this morning, maybe you didn't have cheese,
the other thing.
and you're like, I like extra cheese today.
I remember when I was asking the recipe. I had a hard time coming up with measurements because I don't really measure. I just kind of do it by eye.
Hence, I just put a pile of it there, figuring you would do whatever you think is necessary.
Some of those things in there. We're gonna do some of this.
That's a lot.
That's
Holy
a lot.
cow!
It's gonna be hot. You're gonna love it.
And sriracha.
Yeah.
You're no joke, man.
Yeah, not at all. You're gonna love it, Dave.
Do I need a cup of milk?
No,
or
you're
something
gonna be
after
good.
this?
No, I do like.
So we were talking before because you're not a big fan of bread.
No, I'm not.
But you use
panko. I'm a fan of bread. I just.
Health-wise, you feel like it's not the best
solution?
It is. Just squeeze away.
All right. Keep talking.
We're professionals here. We make sure that your food is ready for you when you come in.
Is that enough sriracha, though?
It's your world, dude.
All right. Keep talking.
So
what were you asking about the bread?
Wow. No, I'm so distracted by that.
By which part?
All of
the red
it.
Pepper seed?
All of it.
Everything that's happening.
Everything is distracting me.
Everything that's happening. Go ahead.
No, but you don't really eat a lot of bread, but you're using breadcrumbs in it.
Yeah.
And like mostly to bind it and.
Yeah, and I've used an egg before, and that's okay, but I like
not the same.
The texture, the consistency of the breadcrumb.
So that's what I was saying. If the things you might want to get away from the actual straight bread, is you may want to use like an oat.
Right.
Because they're inherently gluten-free oats.
Okay. Are they really?
See, this is how this works.
Yeah.
If you have a disease, you have celiac, you have something like that.
I have a celiac in my family.
If you have a disease,
Yep.
do not just buy any oats on the shelf.
Okay.
Oats by themselves are inherently gluten-free. However, they're stored in the same silos that flour is stored in because they're a rotating crop.
I think the word's contamination then, right?
So they tend to be contaminated. So when you go to the store and you purchase specifically gluten-free oats, it means that facility is dedicated to only oats. The silos have only ever held oats. There's no they don't rotate the crop with
It's like a big meatball is what you
looks like a huge meatball. They don't rotate the crop with wheat. They don't, you know what I mean? It's an oat thing that's only ever had oats. The trucks delivering it only had oats.
It's gluten-free for sure.
So inherently oats are gluten-free. And just so people understand, like gluten-free means that it's like, I don't know what the percentage is, but it's like 99.8%, like whatever the percentage is, because a bird could still fly into your field, pick up a wheat seed and drop it in your oat field, and it gets mixed in, and all of a sudden you've got, so they have to have some sort of variance for that because it's the wilds out there.
Right, it can happen.
But that's the big difference. So if you're not celiac,
it would work.
If you're not celiac and you're just trying to avoid gluten because of the way you digest it or whatever, oats might be a good solution for that. And it would soften it up. It would absorb some of the liquid out of it. It would bind it to a lot of the same thing.
Yeah, because to me, the texture.
I probably should turn this on and get some heat going, right?
And we got to do some oil in there next. But the meatball's ready. It's a really distracting meatball. I know that.
The whole thing is distracting.
Is it
I'm not
really?
gonna lie. Yeah, it's like it looks delicious. Like
does it?
It really does. And I'm not. I mean,
Do you like spicy food?
I love spicy food. There's nothing about this that looks like turkey
appetizing.
to me.
Oh, okay. That looks like turkey.
No, no. I mean, to me, it just looks like a big hunk of meat. Like
it is, right?
Who doesn't love a big hunk of meat?
Well, once you add the sriracha, and it gets a little red, which makes it look a lot like.
I think that's a beautiful. I don't see
red meat,
anything wrong with that at all.
Okay, excellent.
I love that you mix it with your hands too. Everybody's so afraid of that
I'm gonna
stuff.
put my hands right in there.
That's what I'm talking about. I hope they're clean, right?
Oh, they are.
Oh, good. See, that's all that matters.
Yeah,
I mean, they're gonna cook.
I scrubbed up for surgery. We're okay.
What were you thinking? Yeah, no, it's your world, dude.
Yeah, all right.
And I don't know how big you make them. I mean, it seems like if you're not using bread, you can make. I mean, you could literally put that entire thing in there if you wanted.
I think we're gonna go not the whole thing.
Oh, good. That seems ridiculous.
Kind of freaked out a little bit. Hey,
but you could.
Spread around. I got some meat on my hand. Get it spread around in there. I think. I mean, a patty like this, you could probably do 3 out of this. Honestly, I get around a 6-ounce.
That's fair. That's a 1/3 pound burger.
Yeah.
That seems like something you would do. I don't know if they all fit in that weird shaped cooking utensil I brought us, but.
Yeah, it is kind of a wok.
It's more of a wok, but that's what I could find. That's what I said. However you want to cook it.
You think it's? I feel the heat.
I mean, I wouldn't touch it.
Drop it on.
You ready? Yeah. Is there gonna be some sizzling?
There might be. Yeah. Hear that?
That's beautiful.
That is nice, right? Now, I feel that. Don't get too close. It's kind of popping on you.
It's not gonna pop on me.
I don't want an emergency. Well, you're the expert here. You're the.
I got to be honest. Like, to me, it's important that consistency, like you're talking.
Yeah.
So if you were cutting your stuff up, I try to cut things the same size.
Yep.
Consistency-wise, you didn't really split that in 3. That last one's a baby burger.
This last one's a baby
for sure.
Burger. Well, you know why, Davis? I want to give you options. You're going to have an option between a big kid or a small one when we're all said and done. Because I'm
not sure how to take that.
I'm not sure you're going to love it. Well,
are you suggesting I'm fat and I need less in my life? Or are you
suggesting you were side-eyeing the meat for the first like 5 minutes, and so I don't know.
Or is that you've already had it 3 times today?
I've had it once.
Oh, I wasn't. So you only want a little one.
I like to cover it and let it warm all the way through.
We can do something like that.
We can cover?
Yeah, we'll grab something. So we'll just. I don't have an official lid for it. But
that's fine.
That helps.
No, I just like to keep the heat in a little bit and let it cook through.
Makes it so much louder the way it's banging against it there.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
It's awesome. I like to keep.
I love everything about food, man.
Temperature about middle to low, and that way it'll cook all the way through.
Because that's the key. You want it to cook all the way through.
I do want it to
cook all the way through. Without being dry.
Without being dry, and so that helps to keep it moist, and then also I think the cheese helps a little bit.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure, the fat and the cheese.
Love that. Yeah.
So where are you from? Are you from this area?
Originally?
Yeah. Well,
many years ago.
Right. I mean, because you're like 80,
tell you how long ago, but yeah,
How many years ago was that?
It was in the 70s. I was originally born and raised in Youngstown, Ohio, in Northeast Ohio. Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously.
I'm originally from Findlay, Ohio.
Are you really?
I really am.
I didn't know that. And I didn't do any.
I didn't know any of this. Me either.
Yeah, I'm originally from Youngstown. Ohio.
Youngstown's near Cleveland, right?
Yeah, it's halfway between Cleveland and Pittsburgh, right dead in the center there. I spent.
So it's really northeast Ohio.
Northeast. Yeah.
I was northwest Ohio.
You were northwest. You were up on the other side. Were you north of like Toledo? Were you?
I was south of Toledo.
Just south of Toledo.
I was like
way northwest.
I'm about an hour south of Toledo.
Okay.
About a half hour south of Bowling Green.
Yeah.
Right on I-75. If you know, that's what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I grew up in Northeast Ohio.
Another Midwesterner. This is awesome.
And Midwestern people are the best.
That's what I keep telling people. They don't always believe me, but I tell them
they
that.
are. They're the best. They're the most genuine, great people.
They definitely are genuine. No, I get in trouble for speaking without thinking sometimes.
You gotta look. It's making noise.
Oh, you know what?
Oh, okay.
Look at that.
You got something? Yeah, that's
hot. What's great about that? You'll see that it's actually coloring the top already.
Right. That's how you know.
Because you kept the heat in there.
Now we're ready to do a little bit of a flip. You got it? There you go. That's a little dark. That's okay. It's not bad though. It's kind of caramelized in there. We're good.
We're going to say it's delicious and perfect.
Put that down. Right, absolutely.
We'll put that on the bottom when we're eating it later and pretend like it's not.
Exactly right. We'll keep this a little bit low. We're good. We probably don't have too much longer to go. These are going to come right out. They'll be good.
Thing tends to go out.
Yeah.
So you're from Ohio. That's awesome.
Ohio. Yeah, I was there for about the first 18 years of my life, and then I went to college.
That was me. As soon as I could get out, what does that say about us? As soon as I get out of Ohio, I got out.
No, I didn't leave Ohio. I went to Kent State University, and
do you want me to tell you what they used to say?
I know exactly what you're going to say. You're going to say Kent Reed, right? Is that where you're starting? Yeah.
As a kid, that's what we used to say.
Right. It was a fine institution.
Can't read, can't write, Kent State. That's what we used to say. I'm sure it's a fantastic
institution.
It's no temple, though, for sure.
No, it's no temple. I got my MBA from Kent State University, and then I worked there for about a decade, and then I went to Gainesville, Florida, and I worked at the University of Florida.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was there for about a decade and just moved here in March. I've only been in Philly for
How do you like it? You came just in time for like 3 degrees outside. That's awesome.
Actually, my second day here was the March blizzard where we shut down the city, everything like that. So I worked one day and then we
From
shut
Gainesville.
down. From Gainesville, Florida. Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. You know, weather here in Philly, I don't mind it at all. I think it's great. The snow, like I lived in Northeast Ohio, so we had lake effect snow, all that other fun stuff. So, how are we doing?
We had a lot more snow back in the day.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that.
That is a perfect looking burger right there. All right, so how many kids you got? You were
3.
I think you were discussing
3 children. Yeah.
3 children.
3 children. They are ages just turned 11. I've got an 8-year-old and I've got a 6-year-old.
11, 8, and 6.
11, 8, and 6. Girl,
and they
boy,
eat.
girl.
I'm no offense.
No,
I hate
ahead.
to keep
Do
going
they
back
eat
to
weird?
this.
You can say, do they eat weird?
Do they eat turkey burgers every day too? Is this like?
They won't even eat them. They won't touch them. They won't touch them. I cook my own turkey.
So
They don't touch them.
you're making different meals for everybody.
I make different meals for everybody. Yeah, absolutely.
That's half your day, isn't it?
No, well, yeah, no, especially like Saturday, yeah, and they all eat different things too. So like breakfast.
So you're not even making the same thing for all of them.
No. So like breakfast.
You're the greatest
for me,
dad in the world,
I might do like
man.
a turkey burger. Or I might do some turkey sausage or something like that. They're gonna eat. One's gonna eat waffles. One's gonna eat cereal, and the other one wants toast. So I'm making like 4 meals.
Well, cereal and toast is that's not really adding too much work. If one was eating waffles and one was having pancakes, and
my
one wanted
waffles,
a quiche,
I mean, they're
like
pretty
that
easy
would
to
be a
make.
problem.
I just push the thing down on the toaster.
Oh.
It works out fine. So.
You got to be kidding me.
I'm that guy. This is it.
We should have done waffles. I could have shown you how to make waffles.
Well, I didn't know you were. This is a thing where you showed me.
It's
how to
not.
make
It's the
things.
thing where you show me what you
Well,
eat. So this is
why
exactly why
the
we did
only
this.
fit.
Exactly.
Right. Maybe when you start a show where you teach me things, and I'll come do all everything else that's not turkey burgers.
I don't know if that's ever going to be really.
Well, I hope it is. That'd be fantastic. I would like to learn more.
So you have an MBA. What was it in?
An MBA at Management Information Systems.
That's why I would remember that. You didn't say. That's
did
why
not
I
say
was
that.
like, you
I absolutely
totally didn't say that.
And then I have a doctoral degree in education.
This is absolutely beautiful. Like that's
Isn't that
exactly
nice?
what they should look like. Yeah, that's looks very like, but no bun.
No bun for me. You should have a bun.
I'm not gonna have a bun. If you don't
bun.
eat a bun, I'm not eating a bun.
Do you have any of that bread that took you like 3 months to make? You could.
That wouldn't work, I don't think. It's very
sweet.
sweet.
It's like a holiday bread.
Yeah, very, very
This would be fine
sweet.
without a bun. Now, I will occasionally cut this up and put it over salad, or I might.
So you do eat vegetables?
I do, absolutely.
Oh, I don't know. We didn't really get that far into it.
I don't want to eat turkey. But I do
that's
eat turkey
exactly
every
what
day.
you said.
No,
Every
I do
day
not.
I eat turkey burgers.
I did, but that didn't mean that I excluded anything else from my diet. I also eat some vegetables.
Okay.
Things like that. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I do it.
So what exactly here? What do you do at Temple exactly?
I'm the Associate Vice President for Student Affairs. So,
oh, awesome.
Yeah, so housing reports to me, Student Center Operations reports to me. I do a lot of assessment, strategic planning.
Wow, you're so much more important than I thought you were when I brought you on here. I just thought I was like bringing on a regular guy. I didn't realize.
I'm wildly unimpressive in real life.
You know what it was?
Resume,
We hadn't discussed your one slab of meat thing. I would have totally known that you were a king then. I didn't realize. Then I would have known your importance.
Right, we should have started there.
That's awesome.
Yeah. No, I'm not all that important, but I do have a great job and really, really
That's
great
fantastic.
Staff. Fantastic, yeah.
And I mean, do you work with the students here at all, or is that something not so much?
That's one of the challenges as you kind of move throughout your career, you get further and further from direct contact with students.
Is that good or bad? I mean, I don't know. For some people, maybe it's not your thing, and you're like happy to be doing this other end of it more, and maybe you miss it.
We all get into the field of student affairs because we love working with students.
That's what I figured. Yeah,
having a positive impact on the lives of students. Your role in that sort of shifts, and you're starting to do things at a higher level to make bigger, whether it be policy change or implementation or build buildings or do things that can have.
You want to make a difference
on a much bigger scale sometimes than on a one-to-one scale. Both are really, really important.
Super important.
I love when I do get interaction with students. Now in my role, a lot of my interaction with students comes in one of two forms. I'm either working with those really high-achieving student leaders that are very front-facing and very public, and you get to work with those really talented folks all the time. Or I get to work with students who are in a place that is really, really challenging for them. And they run out of some other options throughout the traditional system, and I get to work with them to try to find some solutions that work for them. And both of those things are really rewarding.
It's one thing that I've learned in my years, like, because I do work with students a little bit because I interact, but you don't realize the impact you have on a person. Like I do things and I don't think anything of it.
You just do them.
You know what I mean? And I'll sit down and there's some students that I've sat down with and had conversations about things or whatever, and I don't think anything of it. And years later, I get like a tweet or something like, oh, you know, you really helped me, you know, make whatever, actually change lives. And, you know, I'm just a baker. I don't change lives. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
but in general, I think people don't realize the impact they have on people.
Yeah. And that's what I tell staff all the time is, you know, we could do a lot of things with our lives, and the work that we choose to do, you know, partly is because we get to go home at night, look ourselves in the mirror, and know we're doing really good stuff. We're actually having a positive impact on somebody's life, and not everybody gets to say that every day.
No.
And that's exciting. That's why I do this work. That's why I find so much joy in it, and why I want to continue to do it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's great.
Are you ready to have some?
I'm ready. You ready?
All right. So I'll be honest.
You're a little nervous.
When we started this whole thing out, I didn't know we were eating it without a bun before you came. It was fine. But I didn't really bring forks.
That's all right.
So I have some spoons.
Spoon? Let's do spoons.
I do. I have a couple of spoons.
Yeah, let's do that.
So
I got it. You want me here?
You want your own plate? I see. Oh, my bad. I see where it's going. Do you want a big one?
See where this is
like
going.
I thought we were gonna share a little bit, but
we can
maybe
share it. Break
I don't
big
know.
One in half. Break a big one in half.
Are you
Let's
sure?
Do that. Yeah. Yeah, we can share. Are we gonna do that thing where we intertwine our arms and take a bite?
That's a bit much.
That is a bit much.
And actually, you see this.
Yeah,
could
that's
cook
a
a
little
little
longer.
longer.
Let's look at the little one. Take the little guy. Cut him in half. I bet he's good.
He's perfect, I'm sure.
Look at that.
Perfect. No, I don't want to intertwine anything with you. No offense. No offense.
All right. This is the first turkey burger I've ever eaten with a spoon, though. So.
This could start a trend.
New beginnings.
you could eat. Seriously, well, no, all joking aside.
I could do it all, yeah.
How long have you been eating turkey burgers?
Oh, a long time. Like
so at some point when you were in college or something, you didn't have the dishes all clean. You had to have eaten one with a spoon.
No, when I was in college,
I used to eat things with
burgers. When I was in college, I was eating like Chef Boyardee out of the can without warming it up.
Oh, okay.
Bad news. Yeah.
That's a whole nother.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother
that
episode
you can eat
for
with
you.
A spoon though. You know that's.
But you run out of spoons at some point. Then you're using like teaspoons,
that's
like measuring spoons
you can
and
drink
stuff.
that just directly out.
I've never done that.
Nothing like that.
All right. Well, let's just.
All right.
Cheers. The texture is all. Holy cow.
What do you think? Is it hot? Is it hot?
So.
Surprised you.
It did.
In a good way?
In a good way, but I'm seriously, I'm like, the texture, I could see where, holy cow, the heat just hits you.
Yeah.
My whole back of my mouth is on fire right now.
Is it really?
It really is, and I love spicy food.
Overwhelmingly hot? Is it really hot?
I wouldn't say over, it's definitely hot, delicious.
It's like a full body, it's not like an empty heat, it's got something to it.
There's definitely something to that. Yeah. No, I appreciate it, man. Thanks for coming on and showing us.
Thank you for having me.
Your turkey burger, that was delicious.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm gonna need a bun though to finish this.
Go get a bun and make it happen.
I'd like to say a special thanks to TJ Logan for stopping by and bringing his delicious turkey burger recipe. Join us again next time on Baker Dave Presents, and remember, every recipe has a story.